And it's live. Hey guys, Gogsy here, and welcome to the final coverage we have of Pass the Mic this weekend. It is Rangers versus Celtic in the Scottish Cup fourth round, who will join the 7 other teams that have already progressed to the quarter-final. And we've actually got a Celtic fan on the stream today. Stefan is actually sorting his Premier Sports box for his dad, so he'll be back as soon as he can. Whereas we've also got Roscoe, the guy to sort of even up the ugly looks on the stream today. So
I thought you were going to say even up, by implying I was a Rangers fan there. I thought you cheeky bastard.
No.
But no, I'm glad to be on after a wee hiatus, so of a week. So yeah, glad to be back.
Blair McKinnon says, what was scheduled starting minute, by the way? Started at 14:55. You love to see it. It wasn't deliberate. It was meant to be quarter two, but Stefan went to get a bottle of water and then
and it never came back.
He never came back. So we tried to give him as much time as possible, but that wasn't an option, really. So here we are. J Max the Cheese says, for fuck's sake, his goals should show in the Barca game. No, the Celtic, because the Celtic game's not even started yet. That's on now.
Yeah, so it's on some sort of French coverage though. It's weird, but we'll take it anyway. It's not as I'm listening to the commentary.
Exactly. Look at other comments. Hello, Luke. How's it going? Joseph says he's very nervous. Sean doesn't really care as long as there's goals. Doesn't care what the score is. Okay, no spoilers, as it says here. No spoilers, no fake scores, and don't be a dick. Patrick says, come on, Roscoe, do us a favour on Tuesday night.
I assume it's Patrick, you're Dunfermline, aren't you? Correct me if I'm wrong with that. I think with the Wraith Rovers winning yesterday, it's a bit of a problem for us. But, we've just got to win all our games and hope for the best. You get second place, that's 2 less games you have to play. So, we'll definitely be going for the win anyway, that's for sure.
Absolutely. I'm just going to pin my message there. No spoilers. And of course, if you do spoil the score, you're going to be banned for a minimum of 5 minutes. Second offence, you're banned permanently. So that's how it's going to be from now on. Good afternoon, Kevin Cash. How's it going? So my voice is a bit hoarse at the moment.
I know, I was wondering what was going on there. Might need to clear your throat a bit.
Yeah. It's what happens when you eat instantly before the madness kicks in. All right, Brian Philbin, how's it going? Yeah, Ross, I'm going to have to just let you and Stefan carry today.
That's fine, that's all right.
Good performance from the Cabbage, says Marcus Calderon. Hopefully it's not the same on Saturday or Sunday, whenever Mother will play Hibs next week. I only watched the last 10-15 minutes of the game. Like we literally switched it on as soon as Martin Boyle had the penalty.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch any of the game, but I did watch a bit of the post-match stuff. And Kevin Kyle, I think correct me if I'm wrong, that's maybe his BBC sort of debut, but I thought he came across really well on it.
He did.
Waving that YouTube flag, so there we go.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not often they get a YouTuber on a live broadcast.
No, that's it. Yeah, it's. But I think it made sense because he's not from Stranraer anyway, and obviously played for Hearts. So,
yeah.
So I mean, I can see why they got him on.
Absolutely. We've also got the starting lineups. I was delaying until Stefan could eventually come back in.
We're away to kick off in a second.
So I'm going to run through the starting lineups very quickly. For Rangers, it's McGregor, Patterson, Goldson, Hollander, Barisic, Aribo, Davis, Kamara, Arfield, Kent, and Morelos. Stefan's here.
I'm back. Technical issues hopefully averted.
Good. Because I was away to say your score prediction was 7-0 Rangers there.
No, my score prediction. No, I'm not. I'm not making a prediction. It's one of those games where I'm not predicting it because what I say will not happen. So,
Stefan, do you want to run through the Celtics starting 11 then, see as you've just arrived right in kickoff?
Yes, the Celtic starting 11 is Scott Bain in goal with a and my team sheet's just jumped away from me there. That's brilliant. 2 seconds. That's horrific. 2 seconds, Gogsy. I had it a second ago and now it's went away from me.
Professional broadcasting here on Pass the Mic.
Today is not going well, is it?
Start you need to go on.
We do. We need to go on. The starting 11 is Scott Bain and goal, a back four of Kenny, Ayer, Welsh, and Laxalt. A midfield of Brown and McGregor. It looks like Christie's taken Forrest's place out in the right wing, El Unity out in the left, and up front it's Odson Edouard.
Oh. So, are you confident today, Stefan?
I am confident to an extent. I just need to get the game actually turned on, and I'll be able to sort of feel how I feel. I'm confident it's a cup game. I just hope Celtic go right at it, and we can see what we get here. But I think it could be a tasty one, and hopefully we've got a little bit of the sort of feel to the drama we had the other night for yourself, and then last night as well.
Yeah. This weekend has brought up a lot of drama.
Yeah.
It's been weird, the drama that it has brought up. You look at Motherwell like edging out Morton on penalties, and then Aberdeen and Livingston going at it yesterday as well. It gave us drama that I suppose we didn't expect. Livingston and Aberdeen's normally quite a dull game.
I'll just say well observed minute silence there from the players as well. It's quite good. So,
Yeah,
however, I think if there was fans in there, I don't think it would have been.
John Mitchell says this is Motherwell's year. I hope you're right.
So, remind me, whoever wins this plays
St Johnstone.
St Johnstone, I thought it was. Aye. Oh well, that's not an easy game. That's at this moment in time. That is not an easy game.
I'm just trying to get the game.
Yeah, I've just got mine on.
It's just kicked off now.
Can I just say I had Premier Sports on the iPad, but for some reason it wasn't letting us transfer it over to Sky, like to get Sky viewing on the telly. So I've given my dad the iPad and I've jumped onto the Fire Stick, and it's froze twice within 30 seconds. So this is going to be absolutely great.
Early there. Letting Barisic know where he is.
There we go. Come on, please just give me the game.
I would tell you what's happening, but again,
Edouard to score any time, 2 corners each team each half, and Goldson to be booked at 33-1.
Yeah, I've also got the Arsenal game on the other monitor here. Areola's just made an outstanding save from Pepe at the back post, still 1-0 Fulham there as well, which is a big result for Fulham if they get it.
I just can't get this game. Oh, come on.
I'm not impressed with Premier Sports. I'm going to say that right now. The difficulty.
Never even used it, mate. Never even used it.
The difficulty that it entails to try and get 2 accounts, like to get it on Sky and then on the Premier Player, it's not great. And that froze for the 15th time in the space of 2 minutes.
Even his goal's not working for me today.
Yeah, I'm trying that as well. That's not working either. Who tries to watch an Old Firm game on his goal? It doesn't work.
Oh my god, this is driving me insane. I can't get the game.
It's working okay, Gogs. You should be able to get it.
not working on my phone or my PC.
No, Fulham are not relegated, Patrick. It's a big result for them today if they get a win over Arsenal.
John Mitchell says, "Enjoyed your video, Roscoe. You're the same as me. Love the old stadia."
Aye, yeah. I think there's something about like the old terrace stadiums that I really like, and a big one for me in Forfar is this. Just the overall value of the day, I think, was quite a big one because they've got obviously the Bridies, the cheap entry fee, and also like their cups of teas, like the cheapest cup of tea in Scottish football as well. So it's I really do like old stadiums like that. And you saw it on Friday night how sort of cool Station Park is. Led to believe the hospitality is quite good as well. So well worth a day out anyway, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
I appreciate your feedback. Really do appreciate that.
Oh, come on. Just can't get onto it.
Celtic have definitely had more of the ball here in the early stages.
Thanks for updating, Roscoe, because I've got no clue.
No chances to note so far, though.
I think I'm just going to admit defeat, Gogs. I can't even get onto his goal, and this was just lagging. I'm going to bear with what Roscoe's saying and try and find another way on. But
yeah, that's fine. I'll just I'll keep going in there. So we are 3 minutes and 50 seconds into the game. No chances of note yet. Yeah, I don't want to click off my stream now because I'm scared I'll lose it.
Justin Briggs says that 1-0 Rangers, but that's a score prediction. You saved yourself there.
I know. I was away to say.
You can't put the game on Sky Sports because Sky Sports doesn't have the rights to Scottish Cup. J Maxi Cheese.
What do you mean you'll let him off, Joseph? Since when have you got power again to ban people?
He doesn't.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's the power of the heartfelt message. Fuck's sake. 3-1 down against Dortmund now.
Yeah. I think Scott Brown is going to have another one of these kind of games. He looks really good in the early stages here, just as ever, just composed as anything and pinging the ball about well and dictating everything Celtic do. So, yeah.
This is just frustrating me. Can I get it again?
I'm absolutely livid.
Ross says Celtic to win 2-1 after extra time.
Yeah.
No, Joseph, we can't trust you as mod again because the last time you were mod, you called me a beast. And
no, a dirty beast it was.
A dirty beast, sorry. Worse. I mean, I know I'm a fifer, but I do actually wash myself, so thank you very much.
Yeah, I actually didn't give a score prediction. Is it too late for me to give mine?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
2-1 Rangers after extra time.
I'm gonna go for
I just hope it doesn't go to extra time.
Yeah.
I don't want it to.
I think it'll be one each come full time, and then
the fact that the game.
But to be honest with you, before everybody in the comments goes mental, it doesn't put me either way who wins this.
Joseph says, I've got the game on. That's in the past, Gogs. It's an honest mistake. It's all right for you to say that. But
I'm just checking for you, John. I know I'm conscious we've got them pretty soon. I will find out. Next Saturday, we've got Wraith Rovers at home. I think though if we don't beat Inverness on Tuesday, that could be it in terms of like us getting seconds. So we've got Inverness away, Wraith at home, and then Queen of the South away. 3 hard games. All of them are hard.
Yep.
What minute are you on, mate?
I'm on 7 minutes and 22 seconds.
I'm on 8:02, but it keeps freezing.
Was that because you're on the Premier Sports or?
I'm on Premier Sports via the.
Yeah, I see. Always live TV's always further ahead than streaming.
This is murder. It just keeps freezing. Honestly, it's embarrassing. But then again, his goal has just loaded up for me. So,
oh, superb! Let's see if we fixed it here.
Yeah, to be honest, I say that there's hard games, but like every game in that championship is hard. Literally every single one is hard. It doesn't matter who you're playing. Like, I know that you've said you've got Arbroath and Alloa last 2 games. Alloa are right. I think they're relegated now, aren't they? So like, they're just playing for pride now, and they might pull something out the bag. You know, it's been such a tight league this year. It's ridiculous.
John Mitchell says the way Hearts are playing, can't see them beating Wraith on last game.
Nah, I think Hearts have won the league now anyway, so I don't think they'll win anything between now and the end of the season, to be honest.
Graham Caldwell says, Gogsy, are you confident of a repeat performance at Easter Road in the Cup this coming weekend after winning in the league recently? The thing is,
Rangers have scored, boys.
Really?
Yeah, it's 1-0. Just heard Rory Hamilton scream from the other room, and I'm just checked Twitter and I've seen Celtic fans use expletives. So either they're scored or there's been a penalty. I'm going to double check.
Rangers on the attack here with Kent.
Yeah, Davis scores 1-0.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's an overhead kick. It's an overhead kick.
Oh, wow.
Aribo has a shot. It deflects off, I think it's a Celtic defender or something, and then Davis scores an overhead kick. There we go.
Wow.
1-0 Rangers. And Gerrard's still moaning about something.
He didn't jump high enough. He'll strain his back. But back on the question, Graham Caldwell, I don't know if I think that might have been a one-off. Motherwell tend to win at Easter Road once every 7 years or so.
It was a shot. Sorry, just to speak about the goal. It was a shot from Aribo, left-footed shot from the edge of the box, and then it hits Ayer, deflects off Ayer, and then falls to Davis's feet, and he just overhead kicks into the goal.
Ryan Bannerman says, "Scammer, I do not know what you're talking about." After winning the what was I thinking? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens on Wednesday first. If Mother will get beat on Wednesday, see us winning on Saturday to get us, or at the weekend. But I honestly don't know. We're playing Hamilton. We usually get beat by them. So,
are you safe yet or not?
We're pretty much safe, mate.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I can't see us finishing.
So realistically, all there really is to play for now is the cup. So you have definitely got a chance anyway. Put it that way.
Oh, definitely. I would say
it's about as good as a draw as you could have got, I would say, in the grand scheme of things, because it could have been that Rangers or Celtic side or the St Johnstone or.
My only worry is Hibs are a very good cup team.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
But at the same time, this season, their record against teams in the bottom 6 haven't been that great.
Yeah, so...
because 2 of the 3 games that we've played against Hibs this season, we've been the better team. And we should have beaten them the first time we played them this season. But the second game, we were absolutely shite and lost 3-0 at Fir Park.
Yeah.
Hello, Don. How's it going? Yeah, it's still down, mate.
Right, boys, I've just paid for an extra Premier Sports subscription, so I'm going to turn that on my phone. So 2 seconds. Things I do to see Celtic play, $12.99. I need the Premier player. Hold on. I've just seen the goal there. It's quite a decent one.
Yeah.
Scott Bain, honestly.
He's rubbish. I'm telling you, he was the most overrated keeper at Dundee.
I blame Brendan Rodgers for signing him.
He's he came to he was at Dundee, and he's one of these keepers that would pull off worldly saves, or like ones that he should have been saving, he didn't save, and nobody talked about it. Like, yeah, honestly, I remember there was I think it was after the split or something, like 1 year or something like that. He played St Johnstone. He sold both the goals, and nobody even spoke about it. Like, just because it's Scott Bain, he got away with it.
Yeah. Right. I've got the game on my phone now, boys. So,
Stefan, can you send me the details?
Yeah, I wish I could, but if I send you it, it's going to log me out because it's only like one account, one device.
Right, fair enough.
If you bear with me, I'm just going to go and quickly grab my extension to plug it into my TV.
Okay, that's fine.
Good chance for a cup semi-final though, Gogsy, for you.
Yeah, mate. One-off game, you never know what happens. If we can repeat the performance that we did at Easter Road earlier on this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's been a happy hunting ground this season.
And so what, Aberdeen Dundee United? Is it Aberdeen Dundee United?
I thought Aberdeen were playing. Is it St Mirren?
I don't know. I've not been paying attention because we're out. So was it Kelly Dundee United then?
I forgot Kelly's still in. Let's have a wee look. At the draw. So the next round, Hibernian and Motherwell, Kelly St Mirren, Aberdeen Dundee United, and Rangers or Celtic.
I thought it was Aberdeen Dundee United. Yeah. So at least one of the two big teams are out here after this game, you know.
So there's no sort of wild card team like a Morton or a Queen of the South in the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
It's all Scottish Premiership teams.
Aye.
That's the first time I've seen that for a while.
Aye, I know.
Don says, I honestly swear Rangers are the only team I know that say how many league titles they have. As if they want
comment.
It's like, remember we've done this? I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
No, I know. And I know that my namesake I'm speaking to here, I know that I'm talking about Motherwell, but they've not really got much else to play for. If they're safe, then they'll be really having a good go at probably try to get through to a cup semi-final, you know? And then who knows if you get to that stage, you know?
It's a great payday as well. So.
Oh, aye, yeah, for sure.
Like, if you were to give me the option of a win against Hamilton on Wednesday or a win against Hibs in the Cup, I would 100% take the win against Hibs.
Aye, yeah.
I honestly don't care about what happens on Wednesday. I'm just focusing on the Cup now.
Yeah. By the way, Areola for Fulham has been outstanding here. That's another unbelievable save with just a minute to go.
So are Fulham going to get 3 points then?
It's looking like it at the moment. It's a minute to go in 90 minutes, so still added on time, but Areola's kept Arsenal out today. He's played at a good level, though. I think he was at like PSG in that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
So the thing is, for Motherwell, if we get to a cup semis or final, we will attract players. Yep, that's it. I mean,
somebody was speaking the other day. St Johnstone Cup double. Could you imagine?
I mean, I want St Johnstone to beat whoever they play in the next round.
I don't.
Yeah, I was going to say, whoever St Johnstone play in the next round, you'll be wanting them to win. Right, that's me. I'm back up. I've got an iPad. I've got my account logged on. I had a new account set up. The things I do for Celtic, by the way, it's only taken us 18 minutes to get this sorted. Come on, earlier, and I was like, this is going to be a test of my professionalism. It certainly has been.
You've done well, mate. You've done well.
Yeah.
I have to say, I've just seen the goal again. Scott Bain. I don't want to sound hurtful or bully the guy, but he's just not a Celtic caliber goalkeeper. I'm really sorry to anybody that likes him, but he's just not good enough.
It's true.
I've never thought Scott Bain was good enough to play for Celtic. I was surprised that he went to Celtic.
Okay, so there's times he wasn't good enough to play for Dundee, mate.
I think he was signed primarily as a backup to Craig Gordon because Doris de Vries showed that he wasn't a great backup. That's a great ball in, Edward, but good save from from McGregor to get out and catch that. Nice wee bit of play there from Celtic. But I think he was signed because Celtic needed a backup keeper, and then Craig Gordon, did he not come down with a knee injury or something, and he get thrown into his first, Old Firm / Glasgow Derby game, and then it was a sort of baptism of fire, and ever since then he's sort of been around the number 1 jersey. But
yeah, but that about summed up Scott Bain, because did he not play a blinder that game?
Yes, he did.
When he was like saving everything, and then it about sums him up that he's now like just chucking in goals essentially. That's what he did at Dundee. Honestly, that's pretty much what he did at Dundee. It was like a spell of two halves.
Don. Celtic were wanting Trevor Carson.
Scott Bain was part of that weird sort of triangle of signings, because we had Scott Allen on loan from Celtic, but we had to terminate that so he could go to Hibs on loan, so Scott Bain could go to Celtic on loan. Because remember, he signed for Hibs on loan, but he never actually even played a game for Hibs. We ended up getting Simon Murray from Hibs on loan. It was like a triangle thing.
The weirdest thing I've seen in football, but it just typically sums up Scottish football.
Yeah, aye. It was weird the way it sort of came about.
Oh, that's good play from Celtic. Christie fires into the box. Edward heads down. I can't see who it came out to. Edward turns, shoots, save from McGregor. That was great play from Celtic there. It's twice that I've just come in and they've had 2 chances there, so it's quite a good view. And for me, I'm going to class this as my 2 minutes into the game, but not playing too badly. I can't accustom for the first 17 minutes. But here Celtic go again. Edward jumps away. Ball just by McGregor's. I think it's his right hand post. But it's my left, so it's his right. No, it's my left hand post.
Well ahead of me here.
You don't know your left or your right, do you, Stefan?
No. I was trying to get myself to having my back to the computer, which would be where McGregor technically stands, so I was trying to do that. But it was a good effort from Ryan Christie. Shot from outside the box, and it didn't go over the bar. It just went wide of the post.
Graham Caldwell says, is there any chance of Motherwell keeping Liam Kelly? I've been impressed with him since he arrived and would be a boost if Motherwell could keep him next season. I don't expect him to stay at Motherwell because he's been the best signing of the season for anyone, I think, in terms of from January onwards. I don't think we'll be able to cover his wages.
Yeah, a big one for him as well is if that boy Dieng goes from Queen's Park Rangers, you wonder if he'll then be made the number 1. Funnily enough, he actually got sent off yesterday.
I think if you're Motherwell, you would be hoping to keep a hold of Liam Kelly. As Goggsy says, he is the best signing this season, and I've seen him in games, and he's made some significant saves.
He's quite an experienced guy though as well. He's been about.
Yeah,
that's one thing.
Celtic on the charge again here. That's great. That's a great run. I think it's McGregor, but he's blasted it over the bar. Unfortunate there.
There's massive talks about Dieng going to potentially Arsenal or West Ham in the summer. So what Queen's Park Rangers do once he goes?
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows?
Yeah. Ross, I wouldn't be too. I wouldn't be complaining if we could maybe extend his loan to a full season next year, because he has said that he'd be open to staying on at Motherwell. Because his family's up here and that it'd be great, but I don't want to.
It's in. No, it's not. It's off the line. Oh my days! Celtic get the ball. I think it was Brown that shot, and it's been cleared off the line. I'll need to take it again. McGregor's got the ball back and whipped it It's went wide. It wasn't. It was Stephen Welsh. But let's see the replay here. That was significant. That looked like it went off the line. Very unlucky. Ball get whipped in from the corner. No, it
just
wasn't.
the final minute of the Arsenal game here, the 7 minutes added on. Matty Ryan's came up for the corner. Oh, it's in! It's one each. And Ketia's just tapped it in. Matty Ryan actually won a header in the box there. He headers it out, and I think it was Bellerin that had the shot. And at the back post, and Ketia just taps it in.
Wow.
So it's one each.
Oh,
Scott Parker looks gutted. He looks absolutely gutted. Right, so corner comes in. Matty Ryan wins the first initial header, and then it's a shot from Ceballos, and then Nketiah, a good save by Areola, that man of the game, and then palms it out to Nketiah's feet, who just taps it into empty net. Wow.
Goldson and Hollander there to get that ball clear. The ball was hit in by Turnbull, knocked on by Welsh, and Ayer came thundering forward, and it blocked off the line by Goldson, and then Hollander helped it on its way. But Celtic really sort of pressing Rangers here. They're taking the game to Rangers, which is good to see. Been a great first 5 minutes for myself.
Don says, I hope we can get Kelly or another equivalent goalkeeper, or else we have to rely on Aaron Chapman this next season. We will not be relying on Aaron Chapman because Aaron Chapman is out of contract at the end of the season. So Aaron Chapman will be leaving, I hope. Because we've got about 20 players that are out of contract at the end of the season.
Yeah, I would imagine you'll be having a bit of a mass clear out in the summer.
We need it.
I have to say, in the Motherwell games that I have seen, it really doesn't look like the players, and I'm not saying all of the players, but it looks like there's a good number of players that maybe aren't playing for the jersey. And that's from an outside perspective. I don't know about yourself, Goggsy. You might feel different.
Oh, no, I completely agree. It seems like that. It was very much that case. Graham Alexander actually said in a recent press conference, he said, when I came in, it seemed like everyone else was wanting to get out. And you had to convince a few players to stay on.
Mm.
For me, Gallagher needs to go.
Yeah, I think Gallagher's going to go.
Yeah.
You like Gallagher, Goggsy?
I like him. Yeah, it's great. Like he's a great character to have in the dressing room. But if he doesn't want to stay, then
that's full time, one each. Arsenal, Fulham. That really big problem for Fulham now. To be honest, that's 2 points they've just dropped in the last minute of the game. So,
I think Tony Watt will be staying on for another. Tony Watt's under contract for another season. Devante Cole will be huge to keep because he's been worth a few goals this season. But
the man that out-jumped Cristiano Ronaldo, is it Mugabe?
Yeah, he's under a new contract as well, so he'll be there for a couple of seasons.
Do you think Alan Campbell will stay?
No.
Would you want to stay?
If I was Alan Campbell, like literally, he would, like, if he wants to improve his career, he has to go down south.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of those ones, isn't it? I think, I'd say that Gallagher's a good player, but I think he's one of these. His heart doesn't look in it anymore, so it's probably best if he goes. No. So,
absolutely.
But yeah, if you're going to play Mugabe every week, you need somebody to keep him right.
Yeah,
he's a good player, but you need a leader to keep him right. So,
Gallagher is usually that player.
Yeah,
and Gallagher's like quite off the rails this season.
Yeah,
as have a lot of players.
That's the problem. See, when you've got issues with your captain and stuff, it's just causes problems because it starts from him down. You know.
Absolutely.
Scott Bain's kick out there straight to a Rangers player. Honestly. I love a wee play on words, but Scott Bain is starting to become the bane of my life, I have to say.
How ironic.
I really didn't want to come onto this stream today and be the person that's club goes out of the Scottish Cup. I know we've had Adam and Cammy both suffer that, and yourself, Roscoe, with Dundee, but
yeah,
didn't want to join this club. I have to say, Celtic really need to get a finger out and get moving, but for all the play, Rangers look really dangerous. The ball into the box, and oh my God, it's just gone wide of the mark. That's unfortunate from Scott Arfield there.
To be fair, I was lucky. I wasn't on stream when Dundee got put out.
That is lucky.
Yeah, luckily I wasn't on. But however, I was on stream when we almost got put out by Bonnie Rigrose. So,
at least they didn't get put out by Brora Rangers.
True. And Adam was on that night.
Yeah.
So was yourself actually. That was that good stream. I enjoyed that actually.
Patrick McComiskey says, opinion on our Lithuanian international centre back Vitas Gasputias. The only time I've watched Dunfermline play this season or recently.
Oh, Nathan Patterson driving through. Oh my days, that was great play from the youngster. Took out about 3 Celtic players there with a amazing run, but couldn't find his finish. Sorry to interrupt you, Godsey.
No problem. The only time recently I've watched Dunfermline play was the 5-1 game against Wraith Rovers. So I don't know if I can really comment.
Celtic looking like they're being pressed back a little bit now. That's a terrible kick out from Scott. Well, actually, John Joe Kenny's just got to that, but crikey, that was terrible. Celtic playing really dangerously now, trying to play it out from the back. Rangers just pressing. You know, if you're Scott Bain, you want to get that ball right out of the danger area and fly it up the field.
Kevin Cash asks, if you can have a dream European away day with Motherwell, what ground would it be?
Celtic Park.
I suppose we could open it up to the other two lads we've got in the stream. For me, it would be in a country where I believe that Motherwell could actually win and progress to the next round.
So progress neither corner.
Good one. For me, it'd be. I would like to see us play in Gibraltar, that stadium under the Rock of Gibraltar.
The Victoria Stadium.
The Victoria Stadium, exactly.
Did you know, fun fact, that every single club on the island of Gibraltar plays in Victoria Stadium as their home stadium?
Yeah, that same ground. Yeah. I read that somewhere, yeah.
I think
because I remember when Celtic played Lincoln Red Imps, they played there, and then when Rangers played St Joseph's, they played there, and I was like, that's weird. So I went and looked, and it turns out that the Victoria Stadium is the home stadium of all the Gibraltar clubs.
And I think the same goes for Andorra as well.
Really?
Yeah, they all play at the Andorran National Stadium, because no game, like if you look at the fixtures of the Andorran First Division, like, no game kicks off at the same time because they're all ground share.
That is mental. That must take a lot of structuring and working about. I hate to be the Andorran or Gibraltar administration team for the Football Association, because that would be a nightmare.
Aye, and they're all at like 10 o'clock in the morning games as well.
It's mental. Celtic appealing with El Yunusi there for a free kick on the edge of the box. Bobby Madden saying no, nothing doing, and waves play on. I don't know if it's went for a corner. Was it a foul? I'm just looking here. I don't know. I didn't get a proper look on it. I think it's went out for a corner, Gogsy.
Yeah. Stefan, you're about a good minute and a half ahead of me.
Oh, it was the same last night as well, mate. Sorry.
Yeah. That's fine. You're interested in the game, so it's all good. You've got you support one of the teams in the game, so it's probably better you're ahead than me and Gogsy. So
yeah. Matt White says surely Motherwell v Hibs needs to be on. Yeah, that has to be the TV game.
Yeah, I agree.
For me, that's tie of the round.
To be fair, Dundee United Aberdeen's a good game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's the new form, isn't it?
Yeah. Aye. Just going back to the European away day one, I can't say I'm really qualified to answer this question because Dundee haven't been in Europe for like nearly 20 years, but I'd probably say the one that Dortmund play at. I can't remember what it's called. It's like the Signal.
Westfalenstadion.
Yeah, or Signal, whatever it is.
Signal Iduna Park.
Yeah. I'd that would be the one I'd like to see Dundee play at.
What did you call it, Gogsy? The Westfalenstadion?
Yeah, that's what the home fans call it. The Westfalenstadion.
I don't know why it's called the Signal Iduna Park, but both are. He's went to the byline and it's in the back of the net. It's a goal. It's Ryan Kent.
Oh dear mate.
That was great play from Aribo. Ran to the byline, got the ball in. Going to see the replay here. I can't tell you about the finish. Tell you in a second. Just going to the replay. It's a throw-in ball to Aribo. Played through and takes. I think it's Laxalt. He takes on and goes by, and then Ayer didn't go out to him. The ball get played in, and Ryan Kent knocked the ball into the back of the net. It was good play from Aribo, and a well-worked goal. Scott Bain had no chance for it. So Rangers 2, Celtic 0, and for all the good play that Celtic had, they never managed to capitalise on it, and Rangers take a well-deserved lead.
I'm just a way to see it here. Aribo's on the right.
It's a bad omen.
Yeah, there we go. Good goal again.
Better, but
defensively very poor from Celtic though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That right hand side is getting absolutely torn apart. Like the Patterson and Aribo are having so much joy down that right. It's ridiculous.
They didn't have in the last one. I was going to say the last two, but the last one certainly they didn't have that much. I think Nathan Patterson get ran ragged when he eventually came on at Celtic Park.
It's funny though because Rangers have not actually even had an attack down their left-hand side. It's always been down the right, so they've clearly signalled that as the place where they're going to get the most joy. So
yeah,
because they obviously see John Joe Kenny as a decent footballer, but Laxalt defensively questions need to be asked.
Yeah, very poor. Good attacking, but very poor.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like he's like a typical modern day fullback, isn't he?
I think when you look at it, Celtic have had chances to get back into the game, but then, if you don't capitalise on them, it runs the risk of, the game could get away from you. And it looks, I'm not going to say it has got away, but it looks like it could be getting away. And that's just poor play there from Scott Brown. He's given the ball away to Ryan Kent needlessly. Ryan Kent weaves through 1, 2, 3. Scott Brown wins the ball back there, but, from a Celtic point of view, you're not happy. That's a good ball through. Edward claiming obstruction off Hollander. I don't think so. McGregor picks the ball up and Rangers look to play it out from the back. But yeah, not great from a Celtic perspective.
No.
Can we just go on what Joseph Coyle was saying about how the French media are saying something about a European Super League or whatever it is? Do you not know by now that the French media are full of absolute shite at times, Joseph?
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, I read an exclusive. I think it was in the Daily Mail. I don't read the Daily Mail often. I seen it on Twitter and I looked, but it looks like there's big clubs in England have agreed to take part in this Super League. Man City are the only one in the top 6 that haven't, or Big 6 clubs rather that haven't. That's a good ball through to Edward if he can turn and find support. Can't. He looked for a corner. He's going to get a throw in. I'm not a fan of the big Super League. It's not for me, to be honest.
I'll believe it when I actually see it.
Do you think that's because UEFA have stated if anyone branches into the European Super League, there is no access to the Champions League, and Man City have been craving to win the Champions League?
Remind me, Man City, did they get their decision overturned for the financial fair play thing?
I'm not.
Or are they still banned?
I think they're appealing, or they're not?
No, they won the appeal.
Did they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
Logan Batterson, I did not watch the fight last night, but I think it was just a punch, really.
Yeah.
And
it was a knockout fight. Was that the Jake Paul fight?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if he actually fights somebody that's actually a boxer for a change. That would make it a bit more interesting. Even a crap professional boxer would beat him right now.
Elyounoussis won a free kick on the Rangers, obviously left-hand side, so attacking down Patterson's side. Well, I suppose Rangers right then in that sense, but Celtic's left. David Turnbull looks to whip it in. Oh, it's not quite a corner, but it's near that flag. Celtic hoping to probe here, at least do something and get themselves back into contention. Ball in. Oh, unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
John Mitchell says, did you know last time Rangers were going for 10 in a row, they never won a trophy, and it looks like the same has happened to Celtic? Okay.
Love those stats.
Is that the case?
Must have been. If it's on the internet, it must be true.
I don't know. If I don't follow European football, anything like that. It's not really my thing.
Going back to the Euro away days, what would be my best, and I will say my best Euro away was Rome in 2019. That was the best away day I've ever had. Falling down the stairs at the Olimpico, celebrating in Cham's last minute.
Were you at that? Were you?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, a couple of my friends were at that as well, actually. Yeah.
And I genuinely believe I came home with coronavirus because I was ill for about 3 weeks after that. And I thought it was, at the time, I thought, this is just a really bad hangover. It lasted 3 weeks, but I genuinely think I had coronavirus. As Ryan Kent was weaving his way through. Kamara, ball whipped in by Barisic. It's too far, but it is going to fall to Aribo. Aribo now, he's been held off a little bit. Ball out to Patterson. I think it's Davis now. It's worked itself away from danger. Yeah, I believe I came back with coronavirus. But looking at what a decent away day for me would be, I would probably have to say, my dad was in Barcelona when Celtic drew and knocked Barcelona out. I would probably have to say the Nou Camp. That would be one of my dream away days. So yeah, I'll say that. That or the Bernabeu.
All right. Was that David Marshall's debut against Barcelona?
No, I think he came on at half time in the first leg and saved.
Because big Rab Douglas got sent off.
Yeah, I don't even know if it should have been Rab that was sent off.
No, he got sent off when he hadn't done anything or something like that. Aye.
Remember the story?
Say
that again, Goggsy?
I've got the game on, finally.
Hey.
So take its time.
Aye.
4 minutes away from half time, Laxalt's giving the ball away. Rangers just using this right hand side as a point of weakness to get in it. And they go again, Rangers into the box. This time, I don't know who it was that stepped in, but he took the ball away. Edward, great back heel there. Don't need that fancy stuff at this point in the game, but it was nice to see. Laxalt now, Celtic driving forward. They're hoping to get a goal before half time because then it's Henderdy's game. Ball in over the top. Referee's given a foul on Elyounoussis, or by Elyounoussis, to Rangers. He's been penalised. Handball. Yeah, I can see why he's given that. Dominic Mackay in attendance, I've just seen.
Yeah, it's a funny one going on Patrick's comment there. Big Rab hasn't officially retired yet.
Is he not?
He's still registered as a player.
He hasn't officially retired. He hasn't played football for about 3 years, but he hasn't officially retired. So I'm telling you now, once Dick Campbell goes from Arbroath, chances are Dick Campbell will finish his career at Arbroath. Rab Douglas will take over as manager. 100%.
I'm wanting to hear Rab Douglas's story about, I think it was Dundee. He said he has a lot to say about it. I can't remember who it was about, but
John Brown, bomber.
Yeah.
He'll never, I don't think he'll say that anytime soon, to be honest. I've heard bits and pieces, but I'm not going to repeat it on here. I would never, but I've heard stories, so I kind of know what happened. So, yeah. No, I think are they not twin brothers, Patrick, Ian, and I think they'll probably just retire at the same time. And I think it'll be Rab Douglas that takes over. They're basically training him just now to become manager.
It's a great player when you think about it.
Rab Douglas is a brilliant goalkeeper. He did some brilliant stuff for Dundee over the couple of spells he was there. Put it that way. And we got good money for him when we sold him too. So, yeah, he's a good keeper.
Yeah.
Jason O'Hagan says, loving watching Gus and Big Stephen McGinn relegate Morton.
Yeah. He's Big Rab. I've met him off the pitch as well. He's a really nice, down to earth guy. His hands are bloody massive though. His hands are huge. So well suited to being a goalkeeper. Put it that way.
God, did you remember yesterday when I was taking the mic about how I said, the Livingston game would end 2-1, and then obviously Aberdeen scored, and we were talking about how it's like I made that prediction, I was wrong, and I was like, well, I'm always wrong, and I made that prediction. I was like, Rangers will win tomorrow 3-0. Why is it turned out to be correct? Or at least looking to be correct. God, if it actually pays off and it's 3-0, I'll be quite astounded. I never get anything right, so don't want to get this one right, but yeah, thought I'd mention that.
Oh yeah, I mind that. That was hilarious. Patrick McCoskey says that Rab was at fourth in his class.
Yeah, to be fair, the way he left there apparently wasn't very good though. But again, we'll not go into that either. Yeah, I remember Forfar had like the oldest back line in Scottish football for a while. They had Rab Douglas in the goal. They had Marvin Andrews and Darren Dodds playing centre back for them at the same time.
The experience.
I know. And I'm pretty sure they had like the guy Mark McCulloch as well, who was ancient at that time too. They had like the oldest back line in like the history of Scottish football.
Stuart Malcolm as well, apparently.
Yeah. Obviously, he's just left as our gaffer too.
Ross, I've just seen you've been called a numpty on Twitter. I don't know if this has been covered.
Yeah.
Sean McGregor.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I know Sean personally, so we're okay. We're all good.
I was going to say, who's just calling you a numpty?
No, that's Sean. Actually, funnily enough, he was at that. That's one of my mates that was at that game at Lazio. He was at that game. Yeah, he was at that game.
I tell you what, it's all Rangers at the minute.
Yeah. Look, Hammy HD, fuck's sake, come on.
That's half time, Gogsy. It's obviously Rangers 2, Celtic 0. Missed the first, obviously, opening 17 minutes, and for the first 5 minutes, I actually did see Celtic played quite well. Just obviously couldn't get their chances off, but Rangers obviously, capitalised on it and have went up 2-0. They'll be happy with that, similar to the scoreline in October, but could change. But yeah, it's not great from Celtic, to be honest. The defending's just weak, and the goalkeeping is just horrendous.
Yes, good call, Gogsy. Good call.
There's no such thing as free advertisement on the Gogsy 99 channel.
We do not show the game either.
No. Because it's illegal.
Yeah.
So yeah, half time. Roscoe, what do you make of the full 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think in terms of like Rangers have been very clinical, put it that way. They've not had many chances, but the ones they have had, they've taken. So yeah, no, I think Gerrard will be happy. Celtic defensively have been awful. They've been all over the place, and Rangers have obviously targeted that left-hand side of their defence as a potential weakness. So, yeah, I think Rangers are probably going to run out comfortable winners here. For Celtic now, I think it's a case of just don't concede anymore.
Yeah, sort of damage limitation. I think the only positive that Celtic can really take from this game is that the team is getting broken up in the summer.
Yeah, absolutely. What other players did you meet outside of football? I met quite a lot. I met Tom Boyd once.
How was he? Was he a good guy?
He was decent, like, because I was out with my family and I was wearing my Motherwell shirt, and he noticed that I was wearing a Motherwell shirt, and he started speaking to my dad, and yeah, that's how it went on. And obviously, since then, Tom Boyd's just been a bit of a dick on commentary whenever I've heard him, so it's not really something worth talking about.
I think we were talking about it on stream last night, and we were talking about like club commentaries and how it's been this season. I'm not one to slag people for commentary styles or anything like that, because it's people's own thing and they can do it their way. However, there is a reason I mute my television when Celtic are playing at home, and I have to use the Pass to Paradise, because it is. I just want impartial commentary, and I know I'm watching Celtic TV. You're going to get biased commentary, but I have to turn it off. It's horrendous.
Yeah, I've not listened to the Motherwell commentary once because it doesn't interest me and it doesn't really do anything for me. But also because we're streaming at the same time.
Yeah.
Graham Caldwell says, Roscoe, what have you made of Danny Mullen this season?
Good question. He has glimpses of being good, but he's nowhere near composed enough in front of goal. There's no doubt in the guy's work rate and effort, but I just think in terms of his composure in front of goal, that needs a lot of work. So yeah, that's my opinion. He's been okay. He's been all right, fairly average, I would say.
And Ross has met Danny Johnson at Tesco once.
Is that the Dundee and Motherwell Danny Johnson? Is it? I think, sorry, just on this Hammy HD DJ Vast thing, I think the two of them are just at a fucking wind up the day. So that's why I was on mute. I was listening to the crap they were spouting on their channel.
Saying what?
Oh, just try to get viewers over to their channel, put it that way. So just the usual. Yeah, there we go.
No, you're not. You cannot plug your Twitter, Joseph. You'll get banned for it. Jamie Reed says, I would like John Obika to sign for Motherwell. That'd be all right. I mean, we've done all right signing St Mirren players before. John Sutton, Michael Hayden.
Say that again, Gogs.
John Obika signing for Motherwell.
Well, that'd be an interesting one, I think.
That went down as a Kerry own goal, not Kent. Right, okay.
I think John Kennedy has got it very wrong today.
That's because they're 2-0 down.
I sound like Michael Owen there. I don't understand, right? I know John Joe Kenny's meant to be this great signing, and he's going to be a player at Everton and all that. I don't see it. Every game I've seen of him, I've never seen him do anything of any note. And the only thing I have seen him do that was of note was when he passed the ball out for a corner and Rangers scored from it. So he's been a very disappointing signing, and I'm not surprised that that ball's went down as an own goal, because he didn't get close enough for me.
I never saw the goal, so it says here on Flashscore it was Kent that scored it.
Yeah, that's what I got as well.
So I'm going to keep it as Kent.
All Celtic now is Morelos to score, and then that'll be it.
Aye. Lewis Stevenson will leave Hibs in the summer. This is Patrick.
Aye, so he's not really been playing this season, has he? You got the youngster Doig that's been playing, is it not?
It wouldn't surprise me if he ended up at Dunfermline.
Yeah, or something like that. Aye.
Yeah.
He's been a good player for Hibs over the years.
Sure has.
But,
Gogsy definitely don't want to Bika. You're much better off with Cole. Well, we'll see what happens. Cole might not sign a new deal. He's a Kirkcaldy boy, says Patrick.
Wraith Rovers bound in. Him and Christoph Berra at the back.
Uniting the Edinburgh Derby.
I tell you something, the way Wraith are playing just now, by the way, they'll give the Premier League team something to think about if they make it that far.
Yeah.
I tell you that for free now. I think at the moment, Wraith are far more likely to go up than Dundee are.
Interesting. Because was it not like 1999 last time Wraith were in the top flight?
It's quite a while ago, like. Yeah, it's quite a while ago.
Jake Worley says, I think we'll get pumped 4-1, sadly. Stevenson to go to Wraith for the twilight of his career, then back to Hibs for a coaching role.
Wraith, I had Wraith Stirling that Scottish Cup stream, and the Wraith's left back was very, very good. It was a guy, I think it's Kieran McDonald or something like that. He was a good player, so I don't know if they'd be able to push him out of the team.
Very true. Whittaker is at Dunfermline as a player coach.
Yeah.
Dunfermline last in the top flight in 2012. Yeah, good season that. That was the season Motherwell got into the Champions League. And also, it was the last season a Fife team was in the top flight. And Fife were not really blessed with the greatest footballers.
First Scott Brown's from Fife.
True. Well, it's in football teams anyway.
You're not from Fife.
Sorry?
Scott Bain not from Fife.
Scott Bain's Aberdeen.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he got released from Aberdeen, which he's still butthurt about when he was a kid. I think he still holds a big grudge against Aberdeen for that.
Mad. Gloria said, but I don't want them to win because they've won it 4 times in a row, and betting reasons, of course. I'm assuming that's talking about the Celtic Rangers game.
What did he say, sorry? Okay.
Patrick, Wraith are full time.
Yeah, I thought
Wraith are full time.
I thought they were a professional team.
Yeah, they are. No, there's no doubt they are. Because it's only Arbroath and Alloa that are the 2 part-time teams in the championship.
Ed Stewart says, all right, boys, I think even with the damage Rangers have done today, it will be incredibly hard to call next season, especially if Celtic get a decent manager and the rebuilding job that will happen. We'll see.
I love your optimism.
Yeah, Patrick, I think that's a bit more plausible, actually. I think there's a lot of teams doing that now, this sort of hybrid thing. I think are Airdrie not doing the same thing? Yeah. It's a lot of teams are sort of adopting this hybrid system now. I didn't realise Wraith were that, I must admit, but fair enough.
Joseph Coyle says, I get my fair share patted towards me, and I absorb it and take it at the scruff of the chin.
And do you know what? Fair play to you, Joseph, because you come back and watch every single stream. So you know what? Fair play.
Scruff of the chin. That's a new one on me.
That's like on the bottom.
Scruff of the neck, is it not?
Yeah, it is.
The phrases I've heard on here over the past couple of weeks. Scruff of the chin. I mean, I think it's scruff of the neck, but what was it yesterday? On the box, in the box, or something?
Yeah,
Adam
on the box, as in on the telly.
And then you be shooty in. I was like, what? Honestly.
I remain positive that shooty in is a phrase, and it's not a figment of my imagination.
Well, it can be a phrase that only you use, but I've never heard that.
I'm pretty sure I've heard it before from some professional.
Yeah.
Have you heard the phrase, Roscoe?
No, never.
Thank you.
Must be a Fife thing.
Have you heard on the box?
All right, okay.
What was it you're saying, Stefan?
Have you heard on the box before?
On the box?
As in on the telly.
Well, on the telly, I have heard that before, to be fair. I have heard that. Yeah. I've never used it, but I have heard it.
Yeah.
Aye. Well, but to be fair, I'm not from Dundee, but I'm a Dundee fan, so I've heard my fair share of phrases as well. Like, if you were driving up to a circle, what would you think that is?
It's a roundabout.
I refuse to believe people say driving up to the circle is.
Honestly, mate, that is actually a thing. It's actually a thing.
Do you know what? I can see why certain people hate the human race
when
people are hitting out with phrases like that.
That's probably the most one of the most famous ones. Oh my God, it's 1-0 Burnley already, and only like 20 seconds into the game.
Celtic bringing on Greg Taylor for Laxalt.
Oh my God, that's like the quickest goal in. Is it
yesterday?
Hold on, wait a minute. It's Burnley Man U at Old Trafford. It's a way to get given offside. That's such a shame. That was literally like 12 seconds into the game. Chris across from right back, and Dean Henderson came out to punch it, completely missed it, and Wood scored the header. And just the way they've taken it to VAR, and it's probably going to get chopped off.
Yeah, it's offside.
That's a shame.
Out of the game, please.
I know. Yeah. That was quality. It was literally like 12 seconds in.
I say I hate it. I just hate the way it's being used. I don't think they're using it correctly.
Yeah. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If they bring it to Scotland, I hope Dundee don't ever go up.
It'll never get brought to Scotland. The SFA want the clubs to pay for it. It should be the SFA paying for it, but they'll obviously want the clubs to pay for it.
Yeah. I'm now the opinion because obviously they'll just put it in the top flight. I don't want Dundee to go up. I will quite happily sit in the Championship for the rest of the days if it means we don't have VAR.
Glorious. Wraith played Bayern Munich in the Cup Winners' Cup. I actually spoke to Sean McGuigan about that on the GOG pod. If you've not seen that, feel free to go back to the channel and check.
Can't say I've seen that one, Gogs. I watched your one with Craig Telfer, which I really enjoyed, but I haven't seen it.
David Turnbull has a shot there, good save from McGregor. Celtic break away. Rangers fans probably argue it was a foul, but Celtic broke away and good stop from McGregor. So it's a corner for Celtic. Sorry to interrupt there, boys.
No problem. That's all Wraith fans talk about, is that. Apparently. Joseph says, am I a controversial figure on Pass the Mic? You're not any figure on Pass the Mic.
Over the last 2 days on this stream and on Twitter, I don't think you're controversial, mate. Yet to see what you've had to say, but I don't think you're controversial.
Oh yeah, that was a good save there by McGregor.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've seen David Turnbull really break forward in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same for me. Edward's just too greedy for me.
Boys, I'm speaking to my mum there.
See, Edward, he has great hold-up play, but see, when he needs to release it, he doesn't do it quick enough. He's a great player to watch, but he isn't half frustrating at times.
Yeah. Martin, yes, yeah, I can't say. If it's on the telly, I'll be watching it, but if it's not on the telly, then I won't be. But if it's on the box, then I'll be watching it. Nah, it's we have to win, really. We have to win all our games between now and the end of the season before we get second.
He's been booked for that. That was 2 challenges, one right after the other on Kent, and I think the other one was on Rebo or Kamara. He's just been booked for it. I think he's associating a couple of settings. He gets the ball on Kent. I'll give him that. He takes the ball on Kent. I don't think that's a foul. But I think it's the one after.
Goggsy, you know what I'm laughing at.
Honestly, don't, mate. Wee chance here for Celtic. He should play that out wide there.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm assuming this will be the foul on Kent, yeah, and that one as well.
Yeah. Watch the Kent one. I think he gets the ball on Kent, but the other one, I think maybe
my stream's buffering at the moment, so I can't get anything.
Yeah. But, I thought that was, well, if he's gonna foul him at the midway point of the pitch and break up the counter attack, that's a yellow card.
Yeah. I think the 2 tackles straight after each other, I think he's just said he's going to get booked for one of them, so may as well get sort of hung for a sheep as a lamb.
Pacer, it's 2-0 to Rangers, as it says on the bottom of the screen on the video printer.
Rangers just all over Celtic here. They're offside there, but that was a nice bit of play there. It's strange seeing Celtic getting beat in a cup tie. I think only Ross County are the only team to do it in the last 5 years.
Remember when it wasn't even a question as to whether Celtic were winning or losing the game when Rodgers was in charge?
I know, mate. It was a great time.
I know. It's showing you how quickly things can change.
Yeah.
that guy. I just want Brendan Rodgers back.
Yeah, I am that guy. I would take Brendan.
Wasn't that guy like a can of beer or something? And I can't remember what it was. It was on Twitter. I saw it.
I just love the fact that Motherwell were the final nail in the coffin for Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers quit after Motherwell just pretty much pissed him off.
Scoring from what would you call that? The drop ball. That angered him.
Yeah, I think it angered him far too much.
I was gutted when he left. Don't blame him.
I loved it. It felt like James Scott and Stephen Robinson had you on strings. Even though we lost 4-1, I didn't care. It was the fact that we had scored that goal.
It was do you know what? I'm not against it. I'm all for that shithousery, as I said last night. All for it.
That football.
You do. I'm sick of this sportsmanship. Okay, play the game to the letter of the law. Don't be putting in stupid challenges to break people's legs. That's just not right. But I'm not into this dropping the ball because they've knocked the ball out of play. They chose to do that.
Yeah. If Celtic chose to do that, the thing is, at the time, we needed a goal to get back into the game. It was 2-0 to Celtic, and we went and scored our goal. And the thing is, that day, it wasn't a 4-1 game. We gave you a good game.
Yeah.
We gave a great account. And
yeah, I was hungover, so I didn't make that one. But
I mean, a bit of brilliance from Edward for that free kick to make it 3-1, I think it was, and then you scored a fourth.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I don't expect anything from Celtic. So to just get a moment like that is always quite funny.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Celtic have done the exact same before in games.
They probably have, and I'm all for it because there's the way Celtic play annoys me. They are very much sportsmanship, and they do kick the ball out and they give it back to players. And even in Europe, they're getting fouled, but they're not going down and things like that. That annoys me. They try and stay on their feet. They try and play and be, have the best morals. But I just want to win the game. Screw morals.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it feels to me sometimes Celtic will do anything to sort of get a raised platform in terms of having that sort of better morals than anyone else.
Yeah.
when they get away with absolutely everything at the most part. So
when Scott Brown and Cedric Kipre had like this big rivalry,
yeah,
Scott Brown faked that Kipre kicked him and he gets sent off.
yeah, no,
I love about
Arsenal.
football.
But I mean, if we had Scott Brown in our team, we would love it. He was like Keith Lasley's probably been our equivalent to Scott Brown. Like you hate playing against him because he had a bit of bite about him, and a lot of like, for example, St Mirren had Jim Goodwin.
Hamilton had Dougie Emery.
Yeah, like every team needs to have that one player that you just hate playing against because now for Hamilton after Dougie Emery it was Darian McKinnon.
Yeah.
No.
Who else?
Can people stop scrapping in the comments, please?
No, let them go. Let them go. I love that.
All right.
Highlight some of them. Let's laugh.
Scott Black, I am not predicting Hibs versus Motherwell yet. It's going to be at least 6 days before the game. And we've got Hamilton in midweek, so got to focus on that first.
Graham Caldwell, who is it you support?
I think he's a St Mirren fan.
Is it St Mirren, is it? All right, I was just wondering because obviously you know quite a fair bit about the Championship, that was all. Yeah, fair dues.
I have to say, I hope St Johnstone beat the winner of this tie between Celtic and Rangers.
Aye. Whoever it may be that goes through.
There's, 35 minutes.
I tell you, if St Johnstone beat Rangers in the next round, the cup double is on. Like,
don't go there. I don't even want to hear the cup double in a sentence between.
Could you? Like, honestly, mate, like you weren't here. This was pre you coming on to pass the mic. Like, I sat and watched St Johnstone lift the League Cup. It was one of the worst things I've ever watched. Honestly, it was just like I had to not go on social media for a day because most of my friends on there are St Johnstone fans. So, like, no, it's I could imagine you'd never like hear the end of it for the rest of eternity.
They are the most of all teams doing a cup double.
Successful club in Scotland in the last 10 years.
No, that's their new thing. They love that now. That's their new thing that they keep using now.
Yeah. See, at the end of 2019, did you see the post that they put up of everything they had achieved in the last decade? It was stuff like our biggest ever win at Fir Park achieved in 2017. A 5-1 victory.
It's just so tin pot the way. Like, honestly, I wouldn't have such a problem with St Johnstone if they had the fan base to back it up. Like,
yeah,
say if they managed to get like 8,000-9,000 a week into McDermott Park, I'd be like, fair play, but I just can't accept it.
Because they sell out 3 sections of their stand to either side of Glasgow's big two.
Yeah, and it's not just that though. Like, they're just so like, their fans are just arseholes as well. So, yeah, no, it's I'd respect them a lot more if they had more of a fan base, but they don't. So, therefore,
stop doing what you're doing! Oh my God, Brown passed the ball to him on the literal goal line, and Morelos is closing in. He's taking an age to clear it, and then kicks it to a Rangers player. Oh my God, bane of my life, seriously.
Graham Caldwell says, "Man, been watching a few championship games recently and seen Wraith and Dundee on the BBC. Also played Inverness on Friday. Yeah.
One of the viewers on the stream has offered us hospitality at St Mirren, but I'm not sure when we're going to do that.
No.
Oh, Celtic breaking through in the box. Great ball forward. It's in the back of the net. No, it's not. It's over the bar. Jesus, man. Edward, the ball get played in to the box, and Edward was alongside. I don't know who it was that went into the box. I think it's Christie. He took too long. Gets the ball, shoots, saved by McGregor, and Edwards just went for some sort of volley and he scuffed it over the bar. Well, there's a chance. You want back into the game, you've got to score them.
Yeah. Sue, yes, I'm not going to lie, I'm struggling to come up with ideas because there's not a lot of darts being played at the moment. But yes, that is the direction I'm maybe going to try and push my channel into. So, yeah. So there will be. Just stay tuned for that.
And there we go.
See if Celtic do score here, and I'm going to say like within ample time. I think this could go a wee bit further than anyone would expect it to go right now.
That's such a miss from Edward. I've just seen it.
Yeah, so I don't know why he's not just put his foot through it. He's went for the fanciness.
I can't believe that. And as it stands, Lee Barrett says Rangers will play St Johnstone twice this upcoming week.
Who was it that was on the right there? Is it El Yunusi? Played really well.
I think it was Christie.
Is it Christie? I played really well. Skinned about 3 boys, and then Edward does that.
I think it was El Yunusi. I was going on the fact that it was El Yunusi. I've just seen him on the right there.
Did really well there. There's a question for you, Stefan. Do you keep him permanently?
Yes, 100%. I would say no. Oh, that miss again, Edward. Just put your foot through it. Yeah, listen, 5 million's been touted for him. He's a £16 million player. Absolutely,
that's all right. To be fair, I think 5 million's good. That'd be a good price for him. But I think if you're going into the region of like 10 million, you've got to kind of really think hard about that.
Yeah, especially for a club in Scotland.
But for 5 million for Celtic, that's not a lot of money. So I think that would be a good signing for you.
Yeah, well, they paid it for Aliana Yeti, so pay it for someone who's actually proven themselves in the Celtic team, and that's nothing. Not taking a pot at Yeti there because he's not been given a chance to prove anything. But
to be honest, I don't think you're getting your 5 million back for him, though, are you?
Rangers have given the ball away. Edward breaking through on goal. Oh my God, what are you doing, El Yunusi? That's a poor touch. It's come back.
There we go. He's not worth it now.
His first touch let him down.
He's only worth 3 million now.
Edward played the ball through to him and he's missed it. He's taken that touch right into Alan McGregor. And do you know what? Celtic have had chances, but if you're not going to put them away, without sounding Michael Owen-esque here,
you're not going to win the game.
Yeah, you're not going to win the game. You're not going to get anything. It's a great play from Edward. I don't know why El Yunusi's trying to take a touch there. I think he just has to hit that. But Celtic really getting chances now, and if they can score one, you're maybe thinking, right, it's not over here, but then Rangers have the players to go up the park and do a counter-attack, so need to be wary.
Nathan Goody, it's a cut, mate. It says in the title of the video.
Yeah.
Cut 4th round.
It's such a heavy touch, isn't it?
Yeah.
He doesn't even need to have a touch.
No.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
A player with confidence would be taking that first time.
Yeah.
Patrick, no, I haven't heard a lot in terms of Dundee. I think it's probably because we don't know what league we're going to be in next season. I think that's why a lot of people haven't really. I mean, realistically, we're probably going to be in the Championship again next season. But I haven't heard a lot. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. I'll keep you posted if I hear anything, but I haven't really heard anything.
Watson, as I said earlier, I'm not having a prediction of a game that's happening in at least 5 or 6 days.
Yeah.
A lot happens in that time.
How is that with the Scottish Cup next round? Next week?
Yeah.
Next week.
Do you know what the Dundee rumour mill is always the same? And I don't know if it's the same for your club. It's always ex-players that always get touted to come back for Dundee. So Greg Stewart's been chucked about again. Can't remember. There was somebody else as well. It's always ex-players. It never seems to be anybody new that goes in the Dundee rumour mill. It's always just ex-players.
I will say there's a common theme with players being spotted queuing up outside Upper Crust in Motherwell. That's usually a fan favourite to go to.
Yeah. The one I did hear, actually, funnily enough, who was allegedly on trial at us was Kane Hester. However, he's been having some issues himself with I think he's getting done for fraud, stuff like that. So so he's having issues in the courts just now. So I don't know if that'll be happening or not.
I don't think you want that.
But yeah, Kane Hester of Elgin has allegedly been on trial at Dundee.
I'm going to use a phrase that Cammy told us yesterday. John Joe Kenny couldn't put a cross on a coffin. Honestly, he's terrible. He just is not able to cross a ball.
He's a good defender, though, eh?
No.
You know, I think he's actually decent. I don't think he's too bad.
No, not for me.
Says you had Sam Stanton on trial a bit ago. I've not heard that name in ages.
He was on trial last summer, I think. We also had Fraser Fivey on trial at one stage as well.
But everyone hated him.
Yeah.
Why did everyone hate Fraser Fivey? Like, even Rangers fans hated him.
He's at Cove Rangers now, Paul Hartley.
Yeah.
They're joint top of the league now. So they've got a lot of money, Cove Rangers.
Do you think they'll be maybe in the Championship in a couple of years' time?
Well, I mean, they're sitting joint top with Falkirk just now after beating Falkirk yesterday. So there's every chance they could go up this season. You know,
they've got another game up Falkirk.
They've got good resources. So that's one thing. They've got a good amount of money. They've got the boy Mitch Megginson, who's been banging in the goals for them.
Yeah.
And then they've got the guy McAllister, you know, that one that was at Peterhead for years.
Rory McAllister.
He's at Cove Rangers now as well.
Is he not the goal scorer in SPFL history, Rory McAllister?
Probably. I could quite believe it, but he sort of just comes off the bench, I think, now. But still, like,
he's in his 30s.
I imagine having that option off the bench, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, superb. But who is it you support? Because if you, unfortunately for you, if you end up with him, you're going to be struggling. I'm not going to lie. He got released from Dundee the other day.
Ryan Kent takes a shot. Bain blocks it. Morelos gets onto it, takes a shot right at Bain, and he saves it.
That's surprising, having 2 shots saved by Scott Bain in quick succession.
First one he should be saving, but no problem. But second one he manages to catch. Honestly, defending from Celtic's been abysmal today.
Yeah, the Scottish League One is.
The Partick Thistle are only a point off as well, aren't they? It's looking really good teams in that league, though. Very good teams in that league.
Tell you what, I reckon whoever finishes in the playoffs for there will be someone that come. I reckon there'll be 2 teams that get promoted from League One. I reckon whoever finishes in the Championship relegation playoff will go down as well. I think that's going to be Morton.
I was going to say that for the Premiership, but it depends where Kilmarnock finish. If Kilmarnock finish in 12th and Hamilton finish 11th, I think there'll be 2 teams will be promoted for the Championship. But I think if it's the other way around, it'll just obviously be the one.
Yeah, I think the gap between the Championship and the Premier League is the closest I think it's ever been.
Yeah,
at the moment, like, it's ridiculous. So, we'll see. Time will tell with that. It's looking likely it's going to be Dundee, Wraith, and either Inverness or Dunfermline.
Were Hamilton not the last team to come up via the playoffs?
Yeah, they were.
No, Livingston were.
No, Livy came up.
Oh, so they came up. United.
Nathan Goody, who's bottom of the SPF. Oh, come on, you need to do your research, mate. Hamilton. But the last 2 times Motherwell have played bottom of the league, we've been beaten handsomely 4-1 on both occasions.
I remember.
So it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all.
Remember that? It was like me, Aaron, Fraz, Stevie that was on, and we're just like this.
I was quite I'm not going to lie.
What?
I'd quite like to be on for that stream, the Hamilton game.
It's funny because you and Steve even called it before the game. You're like, Hamilton turn into like prime Barcelona as soon as they play Motherwell, and are just shite against everyone else.
They've won 2 games in the last 19, and they've both been against us.
It's a bold move from the Hamilton board getting Brian Rice on an extra deal. It's like the even they've accepted even if they're getting relegated now that they're sticking by him. So, but I think to be fair, Brian Rice is not a bad option to have in the Championship. But I don't know. They seem to be building a young squad there at Hamilton. There's not really.
Because that's Stefan starting to read.
Is that 3-0?
No, I just kicked my box of beer from last night off my desk. Sorry, boys.
That's scissor kick.
No, I've got like a platform underneath my desk where my feet can go. It's where my empty beer bottles go, and I've just accidentally kicked them off. God, I was going to say something there. Hamilton and Kilmarnock, how good would it be if both of them went down to get rid of the plastic parks? I would be so happy.
Hello, Ewan. How's it going, mate? This has to be the worst Celtic performance I've seen against Rangers, and it just sums up this season. We need a lot of changes in the
There's a few teams that have got a big overhaul in the top flight in the summer. I think Motherwell, obviously Celtic, Aberdeen have got a big overhaul to have. Don't know, even likes maybe
Livingston.
Livy, yeah, I was waiting to say Livy even potentially. There's a few teams that are going to be fairly overhauling in the summer.
I think Rangers are probably the only team that don't need to overhaul.
Do you know what they're speaking about it in the comments again? You know what the thing is with Dundee this season is that we've been good against good teams and crap against crap ones. So it stands us in good stead going into the playoffs.
Where have I heard that before? Motherwell. Absolutely Motherwell.
Oh, is it? All right, fair enough. Yeah, we've been like, I mean, Christ, we gave Hearts an absolute doing at Dens this season. We've been good against the better sides, and then it's the teams that have been at the bottom that we've been dropping points against. So, it's we'll see. I'm not holding out a lot of hope, to be honest. I think realistically, we're going to be looking at next season to try and win the title. And if Hamilton come down, we've definitely got a chance of winning the title next season.
Yeah,
it would have been a bit more difficult if like a Motherwell came down, or even like Ross County would be difficult to.
Yeah,
I think they would rob the championship.
Yeah, so hopefully Hamilton will come down. And that'll give us a good chance to go up again.
There's a player, by the way. Ross Callahan will probably leave Hamilton.
Yeah, I really wanted Dundee. Apparently, were in for him, but because he was on loan at us, and then he broke his leg, and then obviously COVID all hit and all that kind of stuff. Got released from St Johnstone. I would have quite happily taken him at Dundee.
I would take him at Motherwell. Ross Callahan's been that shining light.
Yeah,
if there's anything.
Yeah, he's a good player. Like.
Cheers, Nathan.
Hamilton have got a good few players in their team.
I think the only one I would happily take is Ross Callahan.
Yeah. They've got a good young squad, Hamilton. I think it's just not Premiership standard.
Who's the big striker they've got?
Ogumpo,
that's it.
He's just a brute.
Yeah, very much an Uchi at Piazza, like just a massive unit.
Yeah.
I was going to say Connor Salmon, but he's not. He's got better ability at advertising pizza than football.
I think that was after a game against Dundee, by the way.
It might have been.
Yeah, he won man of the match and ended up with a pizza.
I don't know if Christopher Ayers. Yeah.
That's it. Christopher Ayers doing.
I don't know if he's got a popped shoulder or something, but it was a.
There was no really much contact between him and Morelos there, and he just kind of went down.
Beatles putting his jacket and stuff back on, so he must be okay to play. But I think he's popped his shoulder. Well, he obviously hasn't popped it because he wouldn't be playing. But I thought that's what happened.
Yeah, Callahan. The thing is, Callahan would be fantastic in a team that would like focus the play around him. Like,
do you know who I could? I think he's a typical grafting player.
Yeah,
like he just absolutely. You can see why he played for St Johnstone, and I'm surprised it didn't work out for him at St Johnstone.
Yeah,
because he's their typical kind of player.
Tell you what, when Alan Campbell goes, he's going to be his replacement.
Yeah, that'd be a good signing for you, actually. That'd be a really good. And it shows he's got goals in him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Another substitution for Celtic. Lee Griffiths coming on for Ryan Christie. Don't understand that substitution at all. But
Super Lee's either away to Aberdeen or Hibs in the summer.
Here's hoping.
Yeah.
For me, it only makes sense for him to go to Hibs.
Yeah, but however, Brown being at Aberdeen's a big pull for him.
Yeah,
very true.
Because I know the two of them get along really, really well. So that would be a big pull for him. But I don't know. Yeah, it'd be a good signing for either side. Put it that way.
Yeah. I think if he went to Aberdeen as a player, him and Brown could get Aberdeen into at least the UEFA Europa Conference League. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jonathan says, "Hi lads, how you both doing? Congratulations, Rangers for win." No, we're not going to congratulate Rangers.
Hi lad. Does he say both there? Who's he missed out? That's one of us out.
Probably you, because your face isn't shown.
Ah, well, that's true.
Is that Matt Whitehead? Is that Callum Henry you're talking about there?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Wait, for Alan Campbell?
Wait,
Henry? What Henry?
Oh,
Regan Henry. Aye, yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, aye.
That's it. See,
when I first read that, I thought it was you wanted Callum Henry in as a replacement for Scott Allen.
Oh right, no. No, definitely. No, the three players I think we have to go for this season, or at the end of the season, is Regan Hendry, Ayo Obalai, and Ross Callahan.
Yeah. You just need a centre back, Gogsy.
What's this challenge coming up by Aribo on? I think it's Welsh or Ayer. I think it was Welsh. He elbowed him right in the face, and Bobby Madden's giving him a booking. But I just want to hear what your guys think on that.
Mine's buffering right now.
Yeah, I've had to refresh mine.
Well, Ayo Obalai is a defender. He's your sort of big towering centre half, I think.
Let's see what they're booking. So I'm just away to watch the replay here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I don't think that's anything more than a yellow for me.
Yeah. What's coming up on Taylor as well?
Yeah. I don't think there's any malice in that one there.
I don't think there is either.
Yeah. It's like the outside of his arm. It's like his backhand that hits his face, not his elbow. So I think if it had been his elbow, it'd been a red card. I'm just looking at Ayo Obalai's history. He's played for Ebbsfleet United, Maidenhead, Eastleigh, and Dover. I remember
That's
him.
Such a Motherwell kind of player, eh?
Yeah, he actually is. That's like Louis Molt's club history as well.
That's such a Motherwell kind of player.
Yes.
Some journeyman from down south ends up coming up and doing absolute bits for Motherwell for a season.
And then
Henrik Oyama.
Oh God! Didn't even get me started on him.
Oh, Henrik Oyama. He actually got an assist the other day. I was flicking through flash scores, and he's now at Flora Tallinn in Estonia.
He was like, I remember he played for Motherwell, did absolute bits for Motherwell. He went away somewhere.
Like
Poland or something like that. Came to Dundee and he was god awful. He was absolutely awful. Probably one of the worst players I've seen ever play for Dundee.
No, in your defence, he was shite when he came back on loan because he hardly played for Lech Poznan, gained lots of weight, and he was overweight when he signed for us on loan for 6 months, and he never extended his loan deal because he was just shite.
Yeah. He only had one good game for Dundee, and it was when we beat Rangers at Dens. That was the only time he had a good game for Dundee.
Celtic got a free kick in the edge of the box here.
Jonathan says, "You lads not Rangers support."
I know, Jonathan. Are you not a Man City fan, or Man U fan?
Fuck's sake, man.
David Turnbull or Odson Edouard have a decent chance here.
Yeah, if we were Rangers fans, I don't think we'd be wasting our time talking about the likes of Ayo Obolai as a potential signing. We'd be looking to run down former high-flying English professional players.
Joey Barton and that,
No, Henry Annier was at Motherwell.
Dundee United. Dundee United,
yes. He actually scored twice today for Paid Lunamiskond when I was looking for the last one.
Penalty to Celtic.
Oh,
wait, is it? Is that a goal?
I'm watching a scrap between El Yunusi and Morelos at the moment.
Wait, I don't know if it's a goal or if it's a penalty. Hold on. No, it must be a penalty. I think the referee's given a penalty here. He pointed.
I'm at a free kick right now.
Right, watch the free kick. Yeah, I think there's a penalty on Griffiths here. It's a penalty to Celtic.
Penalty to Celtic. Mayhem and debauchery in the last 15 minutes. I love a bit of that.
I'm still at a free kick here.
Me too. I'm so far behind.
Puts the ball on the spot. Hope he doesn't try something stupid like a Panenka.
Well, he's not in any position to do a Panenka, does he?
No, I don't think he is. Big moment for Celtic. Odson Edouard steps up, and he's missed it.
Oh, no. Oh, that.
That's a poor penalty. A great save by McGregor, but a poor penalty.
Oh, that puts my score prediction completely out now. I thought I was going to get my score prediction bang on there.
It's a good save. Good height for McGregor.
Do you know what? That's a harsh as hell penalty, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a really harsh penalty to give in the first place.
It's the way he goes down as well. It's completely unnatural.
Mm-hmm. That's a terrible penalty when you look at it. It's a great height for McGregor.
I've not even seen it taken yet. I'm just away to see it taken.
Stefan, I'd be raging at Odson Edouard. He's had 2 golden opportunities this game.
Yeah, he has. He has had a good few, and it's very annoying. But
you don't sound surprised.
No, he's not had a great. He's not had, by his standard, he's not had a great season. It's been very much like a training exercise for him this season. I don't know why, but no, I'm not surprised because he's not performed to the level that he's known of. The
shite penalty as well.
Yeah,
honestly, great height for McGregor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not even like top corner or on the ground. It's like perfect height. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, at least he didn't embarrass himself by Panenka in it, but.
If he knew he was going to do that, it probably would have been worth doing it.
Graham Caldwell, Gogsy, has Scott Robinson been confirmed as coming to Motherwell? Well, apparently he told David Martindale he was signing a pre-contract with Motherwell. So, I've no idea. But St Mirren's website said the Motherwell deal was almost certain. Tell you what, he'd be a handy player to have. Like he was instrumental in that 14-match run for Livingston.
I think if Celtic score that penalty, it's game on.
Yeah, I think that's it. Well and truly over now.
It wouldn't surprise me if Rangers go on to score a third now.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't surprise me either.
Because that'll knock the stuffing out of Celtic.
That was a soft penalty to concede from Rangers, and the referee gave it. But if we want consistency, we have to say, was it soft? Yes. Was it a penalty? Yes.
Yes.
Celtic breaking away here with Lee Griffiths. a ball into the corner. Oh, no, it's not went out for a corner. It was blocked. It's come back and Rangers on the break. But yeah, it was a penalty, however soft it was. But Edouard does not help himself at all this season with a penalty of that standard.
All he's done is devalue himself now.
Well, people say that, that they'll miss Edouard when he goes in the summer. I don't think he's earned a move this season. Or this season alone, maybe other seasons.
It's like he's down tools, eh?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say that. I just feel like I don't know. I don't like saying players have down tools because he is still playing and he is still contributing.
I appreciate that, but do you think he's given his absolute best?
No,
because if he hasn't, then he has kind of downed his tools.
Yeah, no, I'll accept that.
Yeah,
he can be better.
Yeah, I think a player of his ability, I think he should be scoring. Week in, week out, and he's just been sort of scoring a couple here and there every so often this season.
If that's Moussa Dembele, that ball's in the back of the net. Yeah. It's a man steal. He takes penalties, does it.
Do you think that's been Celtic's problem, that you have tried to compare Edouard to Dembele for quite a lot of time?
Well, I think Rangers break here down the Celtics left hand side. Listen, I don't think there's any comparison between Dembele and Edouard. I think both are fantastic players, but I have to say Dembele, I said when he was at Celtic he will go on and be world class. Edouard can go on and be world class, but he needs to find that 3-0. Oh no, it's not. I thought Aribo was going to knock that in there. It's went wide. It's a corner. No, I don't think there's any comparison between the two, and I don't think it's fair that Celtic fans do compare Odsonne Edouard to Dembele.
I don't know how many times we'll say this season, but when I've been watching Celtic, the man that's been looking really, really good for years is Davy Turnbull.
Yeah, 100%.
He's been good. He's been good again today. He's been quieter, but what he has done, he's done quite well today.
Yeah.
So I think he'll go on to definitely have a good career. Put it that way.
100%. He's destined for the very top. If you think John McGinn going to Aston Villa is great for Scottish football, wait to see where David Turnbull goes.
Aye, I know.
John Mitchell, I don't know if it's the same Scott Robinson who...
Yes, it is. It is.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
I only know of him of his time at Livingston. Joseph Coyle, I don't even think Celtic getting a new CEO is any sort of saving grace, because had things been going right for Celtic this season, I still think they'd have the same CEO.
Yeah. Can I just say that's brilliant defending from Greg Taylor there?
Oh yeah, superb.
Yeah. That's very, very good defending. You wouldn't have seen Laxalt do that. That's 3-0 if Laxalt was still on.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Ayeti looking to come on for Celtic. I assume that'll be for Edouard, but I'm looking forward to Ayeti next season.
Don, I don't think Nathan Patterson will be in the Scotland squad, mate. I just don't think he will be.
I think Clark's too loyal to his...
Yeah, there's more chance of the boy Rooney from St Johnstone being in the Scotland squad than Patterson.
Graham Caldwell, what do I think of Richard Tate? I was really disappointed when Richard Tate left Motherwell, because he was one of my favourite players. He always gave his all, and he was a very versatile player. We've certainly missed him this season, because he really did a lot to organise the back line. But the reason why he left left for St Mirren was because we offered him a deal, and then we had to change how much money we were offering him, all because of the COVID pandemic, and he wasn't happy with it. And then, but the thing is, if he had signed the contract, we would have had to just keep him on. But he waited till the end of the season, and then we had to offer him a new deal, or a renewed deal. And because of that, St Mirren offered him more money, and he went to St Mirren. But he was a great servant. He was a great servant for the club. He was at us for 4 years. So
yeah, I was surprised by that. That he went to St Mirren.
He seems like a good guy as well.
Oh, he's a great guy. Great guy.
Yeah, he seems like, because I've seen I think it was like your Player of the Year vlog or something like that, and he sat and chatted to you for ages.
Oh, like I spent like that night. I spent a lot of time speaking to Louis Moult, and Richard Tate always came up and said, well, Richard Tate, like, absolutely brand new. He's one of the few guys that's actually, like, in terms of playing stuff, that's whenever he's seen me, he's come up and said hello.
Yeah, I think he genuinely comes across as a really, really nice guy. So yeah, fair play to him. Fair play. To be fair, so does Moult actually.
Oh, Louis Moult was top class. Like,
yeah.
He bought me a pint when I was 17. What a guy. Patrick McComiskey said Robinson was at Dunfermline, didn't get much of a chance. Jamie Watson says Richard Tate or Stephen O'Donnell. Well, Sods is in the Scotland squad. On Richard Tate's day, I thought, because at one point it was between Richard Tate, in my opinion, and Stephen O'Donnell to get into the Scotland squad. I thought at the time Richard Tate was better than Stephen O'Donnell. But then again,
I'm trying to think of like who I've met in the footballing world that's really sound and down to earth.
Paul McGowan.
Paul McGowan's an absolute nut job. Nice guy, but he's an absolute head case, and he was away with the fairies when I spoke to him. So,
you got a timer on that, pal?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about who I've actually met. Glenn Kamara was brilliant.
Glenn, he was really quiet, but
really, really quiet guy, but really, really nice guy.
Seems like quite a down to earth kind of guy.
Yeah, he's good. Honestly, he's top drawer, absolutely top. He doesn't drink either, so he was at that Player of the Year, and he doesn't even drink. So he was good, really nice guy. Yeah, try to think like who else I met at that Player of the Year. Who else I meeting? Neil McCann, actually. Neil McCann was great. I've got not a bad word to say about him. I'm sure you do, Stefan. But Neil McCann was sound.
I've not got anything. I've never met Neil McCann.
No, I'm just meaning as a Celtic fan. But
oh right, no, not really. I didn't like his commentary or his punditry style. I'll say that.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I think he is. I'm going to disagree. I think he's one of the best.
I think he is as well.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I mean, we don't disagree often, that's what I've noticed, but I'll happily disagree on that one.
Yeah, it's all about personal opinion, though, eh?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it's like a lot of Dundee fans don't like Pat Nevin because of the way he spoke about Dundee in Sports Scene once. I think Pat Nevin's a top drawer pundit. Like,
Pat Nevin's great.
I think he's brilliant. I think he's really good. I think Dundee fans just hold a grudge against him because he bad-mouthed them, but I think he's a good pundit.
Yeah, I was speaking to one of the media people at Motherwell, and I said, who do you think is the best person that you've had at the club, media-wise? And he said, Boli Aribi was great because when they first signed him, they wanted to talk to him about like using him as a sort of brand, because football players are a brand nowadays. And Boli Aribi perfectly described what is the best way to have a photo of, like, for example, for Instagram, the right resolutions and all that. And he was like, no one actually has ever come to me in terms of player and just described what they want, why they want it, and it's absolutely perfect for every platform of social media.
Yeah.
It's a shame that
he just got booked for shoving Ryan Kent there. He was holding the ball.
Stefan, have you met anybody that you?
I'm trying to think. That would indicate no. I met John Gregg once, who was a really nice guy. Bertie Auld as well. I met. People are going to think, God, how old are you? But I met Bertie Auld outside Celtic Park once. He's a phenomenal guy. I met Lee Griffiths at the Celtic Superstore once as well. That's one guy I actually haven't met, despite him playing for Dundee. I haven't actually met Griffiths. He's quite nice. He was happy to give a photo. He's blocked me on Twitter now, but
really,
Myself and his brother exchanged in an argument over Lee Griffiths' fitness, and I think he took a little bit of umbrage towards me telling his brother that he wasn't fit enough as a football player, and so forth. I have been blocked.
Right. Oh well.
Is all that Lucozade deals that he's had fast?
Or the crafty kebabs in lockdown.
Yeah.
So funny. It's so funny when he's sitting there at that game eating that tea cake on the bench. It's just peak Scottish football, isn't it?
It really is. It really is.
Brentford are apparently looking to sign Harry Cochrane.
Yeah.
Did anyone take Brentford?
I heard he's off to I think it was like Dunfermline or Wraith or something. I heard he was maybe going to
just now.
But,
not a bad player.
Yeah, good player to be fair.
I think one of those that I wouldn't say peaked quite early, but he scored that goal against Celtic.
And I think there was a lot of weight of expectation on him early on. That was like Craig Whiting for us. I'm sure Patrick will weigh in a second, and John Mitchell actually. Craig Whiting scored the goal to relegate United at 18 years old, and at that point it was like, oh, this guy's going to be the best thing since sliced bread, and it's far too much expectation on him, and he hasn't really been able to live up to it. So
can I just say that if Celtic and Rangers played this game until 10 o'clock tonight, I don't think Celtic would score.
No,
it doesn't look like it.
It's sad that Scott Brown obviously leaves Celtic with not winning a trophy in his last season, and what was meant to be the season of all seasons. Well, a bit of a sad one. This I'll talk about what I'm about to say post-match when the game's over, but disappointing to see that, to send them off in this manner. Rangers fans will be delighted to say that they've sent them packing to Aberdeen with no trophies, but from a Celtic perspective, it's disappointing.
I guarantee they'll have a song about that when they come back to the stands.
Yeah.
It's always going to be like they've obviously equalled Rangers' record now, but it's always going to be a bit more tainted because Rangers weren't in the league for 5 odd years of it, So, but hey,
Graham,
it's not the end of the world.
Roscoe, do you think Jordan Marshall could make the step up to the Premiership? I thought he played well on Tuesday night.
Was that before or after he went off injured?
That's over, boys. Rangers 1-2-0.
Is it 2-0? Yeah. I think with Jordan Marshall, I think he's. Yeah, I think he could make the step up. I think he's one of the best left backs we've had over recent years. I think there's questions to be asked defensively, but going forward, really, really good.
But so Motherwell have got further in the Scottish Cup than Celtic have for the first time in however many years. I'd like to set up a wee helpline actually for Scott Brown, seeing as he's not won anything. So the number for Scott Brown to call if he's watching this is 0800 10 10 10. That's 0800 1-0 1-0 1-0.
Oh, for God's sake.
Sorry.
Professional as always, Gogsy.
Of course. Of course. It's all for the cheap laughs, mate.
Love it. I kind of want to say something, but I don't want it to come across as a rant. But
mate, you have the platform.
Are you shocked? Put it that way.
No, I'm not shocked. I think it's just another result in a season of disappointing results in a disappointing season. Was it a 2-0 game? I hate that argument. People say, was it a 2-0 game? Doesn't matter. Celtic had ample opportunities to take that game to Rangers today and converted none of them. Rangers had ample opportunities to take that game to Celtic today and took them. That's as simple as it is. You take your chances and it's what wins your games, without sounding Michael Owen-esque. But I don't know. I think the only positive to take, as I said earlier, is this team gets dismantled in the summer, and Celtic build again. But it's just a pathetic way to end a pathetic season. What could have been a road down to redemption has turned into a cul-de-sac. There's no way forward. The only way is backwards, and it's just pathetic. And to send Scott Brown out like this is sad, and what should have been a career-defining season. But all credit to Rangers. I think they deserved it this season. I think they recruited well in the summer, and they got everything that they deserved this season. And people can say it was lucky. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion.
That's bollocks. It's no luck.
No, I don't.
It's no luck at all. They've been by far the best team in the league by a mile this season.
I think the only saving grace for Celtic this season can be in the 2nd of May when they head back to Ibrox.
Still got them to play again.
They have to win that game. The day they had to win, this is a final chance to get Rangers, to knock them off their perch. And I say that in the terms of to stop them going invincible. Okay, the domestic double is by far on. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion. But if I had to pick a team to win the Scottish Cup, it would be them. This is me hoping what I say goes wrong, by the way. Celtic have to win on the 2nd of May. It is win or bust, because if they don't win, Rangers will go undefeated. And I'm saying I don't think any clubs other than Celtic are capable of stopping them. So, hope I'm wrong, by the way. But
yeah, I hope so. But
yeah.
I mean, as I said before this stream, I was hoping Celtic would do us a favour and beat Rangers, because I don't see us beating Rangers. If Hull somehow get beyond Hibs, and knowing our luck, we'll get drawn against Rangers in the semi-final if we beat Hibs. Sorry. So, but
yeah. It's one of these ones where if Celtic, obviously they're conscious they've got Rangers to play at Ibrox again, you would have probably rathered won today and then got beat on the 2nd of May.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's all the pressures on that one game.
Yeah, 100%. It's a big season now, a big end to the season now for Celtic in terms of what they do for next season. The planning should have started when Neil Lennon left his position at Celtic, but it's imperative.
Do you know what it was, Stefan? I don't think Lennon should have been appointed in the first place.
No.
He should have been brought. What was he brought into to the end of the season? That should have been it.
Yeah,
that should have been it.
I've said this on numerous podcasts. Neil Lennon being appointed Celtic manager in 2019 after the Scottish Cup final ruined my treble celebration, for the fact that I said under Neil Lennon, I said Celtic won't win 10 in a row, and I hate being right, by the way, in that term.
One of the few times that you have been right.
Yes, exactly. I was right today. I said Rangers would win, in fairness. I said to Dino, but no, it was the wrong appointment at the time, and his inability on him and putting the onus on himself to leave Celtic in the position this season, speaks volumes of his affection for the club. So I'll leave it.
I think that all but rules out the chance of John Kennedy getting the job now as well, I would say. I think that's it now for him.
Say that again?
I'm saying I think that's at the end, or puts an end to the fact that John Kennedy's probably going to be, he's not going to be manager now, I don't think.
Oh, I spoke on a podcast a couple of days ago. I think I touched on it yesterday. I don't think John Kennedy is the calibre of manager that Celtic should be getting. I think if he goes out and sort of laces his boots a bit and earns a position at Celtic, I don't think he should be given it, because he's the last man there. He was there under Ronnie Dyla, he was there under Brendan Rodgers, and he was there under Neil Lennon. Very successful periods in the club. However, I think he needs to sort of earn his badge before.
I think he needs to cut his teeth a wee bit more first. I
think I've seen Graham Caldwell's message there. Comment. Listen, the way I see it is you call it as you see it. I'm not one for making excuses. I hate using an excuse for anything. Celtic were not rotten today. They weren't good enough today. And when you're not good enough, you get what you deserve. And that is exactly what they got. They got what they deserved, which was nothing.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to leave it.
Yes,
very positive ending there.
Yeah, But once again, thank you everyone for coming on and watching us react to the Rangers Celtic game. Unfortunately for Stefan, wasn't to be for him, and Rangers go on to play St Johnstone in the Scottish Cup quarterfinals next week. We'll be back next week we'll be back on Wednesday for the Scottish Premiership full card. There's 6 games to cover, so we'll be covering everything, and then it will be Scottish Cup weekend next weekend again. Looking forward to it. But for now, thank you very much to Stefan and Roscoe. Links are in the description for them both. And thanks to everyone for coming on and watching. And I've been your host, Goggsysaan. I bet wish you were. See you later, guys. Drive safely.
Drive safe.